I'm Cara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about songs. I'm going to be showing you 8 really simple song activities to do with your young toddler, and then I'm going to be explaining why I feel songs are so important for toddler development and learning. I am actually a shockingly bad singer, and so is my husband Thomas, and we said while I was pregnant with Ben that we'd never inflict our singing voices on him, that we'd play music and let him experience music in that way. But actually when he was born we realised how much he really engages with song, how important it is for babies and toddlers, and we've really not looked back ever since, so please excuse my terrible singing and Thomas's terrible singing through the rest of the video today. I make 2 videos a week all about being a toddler parent, so if that's something that interests you, please think about hitting subscribe below. It's completely free and just means that you'll never miss a video. So let's get started with my 8 toddler song activities. There are so many nursery rhymes and children's songs, but often I find that we get in a bit of a rut and end up singing the same songs over and over again. To try and combat this, I made Ben a song menu. So I made Ben this little song menu. It's just laminated song sheets and I've put them together with a little binder, and essentially he can just flick through them and choose the songs that he wants. This works particularly well on car journeys. Ben always requests Old King Cole, which he calls King Kong at the moment, which is his favourite song, and I'm just really fed up singing it. So now he can choose which song he wants.
Frogs.
The frog song? Or do you want to choose another one?
Dog. Dog. Empty.
Empty. You want Daddy to sing that one?
Mommy.
Mommy to sing that, okay. Alle meine Entchen. I'll actually link this one for you down in the description box below as a free PDF download in case you want to print one out for your toddler too. I know every family has different songs that they sing, but it's also really easy to edit and include the songs that you want to. We also love to use puppets with children's songs. I found these little finger puppets super cheaply on Amazon. I'll link them below if I can find them. We got them for Ben's first Christmas and they have been used so much. Up Jack got and home did trot as fast as he could caper. Went to
Bed.
to mend his
Head.
with vinegar and brine.
Pera.
Yeah! Do you want Jack and Jill now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Up Jack got and home did trot as fast as he could caper. Went to bed to mend his head with vinegar and brown paper. Sometimes I have the characters on my fingers, sometimes Ben does, and it's a really great way for him to visually see what's happening in a nursery rhyme and really understand the meaning behind it. One of Ben's favourite songs is 5 Little Monkeys Swinging in a Tree, and I've actually made my own finger puppets for this. This was really easy to do. It's essentially just 2 pieces of felt that are glued together at the side and the top, and then I cut out a second piece of felt and drew a little face on it. I did this with a glue gun, but you could also do it with super glue. It works just as well with paper and Pritt stick, but obviously doesn't last as long with a toddler around. 5 little monkeys swinging in a tree. Tease Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along came Mr. Crocodile, as quiet as can be, and that monkey out of the tree. If you decide to do these in paper, older children could also help to make them, and toddlers could help to colour them in. We do also have a few bigger puppets like this one. I think we have about 3 or 4, and they're just some of Ben's favourite animals. They're great for storytelling, for singing, and also for imaginative play. Recently we have also been using shadow puppets. I made them and it's really easy to do. Woof woof, hop hop hop. So these are just toilet roll tubes. I attached some cling film to the top using duct tape and then just cut out a little black shape to stick on the top. Then you just need a torch, switch it on and put it inside the tube. The shadow will be projected onto the wall. Ben loves to be the person who puts the torch into the tube and move the animals around when we're singing the song. How much is that dog in the window? Woof, woof. The one with the waggly
tail,
How much is that doggy in the
window,
I do hope that doggy's for sale. I don't want a
bunny,
or a
cat,
kitchen. I don't want a parrot that talks. I don't want a bowl of little fishies, 'cause you can't take a fish for a walk. Using actions in songs develops gross motor skills, helps toddlers understand and follow instructions, and also helps them understand the meaning behind what's going on in a song. Obviously, there are some really well-known songs with actions, but sometimes when a song doesn't have actions, we like to develop our own, and lots of them we do together with Ben and make them really interactive.
Väter in den Graben, fressen in die Raben, fällt in den Sumpf, macht der Reiter plumps.
3, 2, 1, lift off! One little man in a flying saucer flew around the world one day. He looked left and right and he didn't like the sight, so Ben flew away.
Turbulenzen und Landung. Fertig machen zur Landung.
bunny,
Gelandet.
Simple musical instruments are also a great way to engage toddlers in song. As far as musical instruments go, we have this big wooden box full of instruments for Ben. We have some really nice wooden instruments which came in a big set, and I'll try and link those below for you if I can find them. We also then just have some homemade instruments. So for example, this is just a bottle with rice, but that makes a really good rain shaker as well. Sometimes he just uses these on his own to experiment with the sound, and sometimes we use them for more structured play. Here's the neaty glocken, here's the neaty glocken. Ding dang dong, ding dang dong. And I can play. What can you play? I play the drums. Boom 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 boom. Another idea is to get a selection of objects that feature in some of your favourite songs and use the songs as a matching activity. We often do this with Ben's animal figures. I'll lay out a selection of the animals and sing songs about them, and Ben finds the right animal and often acts out the song with them. Ba ba black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. Is it dancing? One for the master, one for the dame, one for the little boy who lives down the lane. Okay, next song, ready? Hickety dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down. Hickety dickory dock. Okay, what about this one? We love to set up small world play around a specific song. My toddler loves to watch me make the characters move, he loves to do it himself, and it really helps to bring the song to life. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a
cow,
E-I-E-I-O. Let's go to the barn with a here and a there, here a man, there a man, everywhere. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a cockerel, E-I-E-I-O. Köpfen in das Wasser, Schwänzchen in die Höhe. I know that I've I've talked about song pauses before in my language development videos, but I wanted to quickly mention them again here, and that's because they are so valuable and lots of fun for toddlers. So for this activity, when you are singing a song, when you think the toddler might be able to fill in the following words, you just leave a pause. So for example, if we're singing "Hey diddle diddle," I would sing "Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the," and pause, and Ben would fill in the word fiddle. If he does fill it in, great, we just continue singing the song where he left off, and if he doesn't, we just keep singing the song. Ben really enjoys it, it's great for language development, and he has gained so much vocabulary through doing this activity. It is actually a strategy used by speech and language therapists called the close strategy, and I really couldn't recommend it enough. So why do I think that using song in toddler learning is so important? My first reason is a really obvious one, and that is that it helps to support language development. It helps to build vocabulary and language memory through repetition, and ultimately it has a great impact on literacy. It introduces toddlers to music, and that means that they learn about tone, beat and rhythm from an early age. Lots of children's songs and nursery rhymes also expose toddlers early to fundamental mathematical concepts. So if we think about the song 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Once I Caught a Fish Alive, we've got counting through song, or 5 little ducks, 5 little speckled frogs, we're counting down and losing one of the animals every time, so it's an early exposure to the idea of subtraction as well. Songs are also a great way to expose your toddler to other languages. I have mentioned before that we are a bilingual family. My husband Thomas comes from Germany and I come from Scotland, so Ben is growing up with both English and German. We do sing songs with him in both English and German, but I am also a French and Spanish teacher, so it means we can expose him to songs in other languages too. It's a really easy, fun and engaging way to open your toddler's eyes to the world of language. Finally is something that my toddler and I both really enjoy. It's great to just sit down and have some one-on-one time interacting through song. Now, if you found today's video useful, please give it a thumbs up and think about hitting subscribe if you'd like to see more of this type of content. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you'll join me again in a future video. Bye bye!